Good morning, dear teachers, and welcome to our 3-day program on educational management and leadership. For this morning's orientation and opening program, we'll have two tasks. So I will introduce that in a bit. In the meantime, po, please stand by for the Philippine National Anthem and a short prayer. Thank you.
Nasa itong Bluetooth. Ah,
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magtitingin, lupa ng araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God, Lord of all. How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God, Lord of all. Even the lowly sparrow finds a home for her brood, and the swallow a nest for herself where she may lay her young. In your altars, my King and my God. How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God. Lord of peace. Blessed are they, refreshed by springs and by rain, when dryness daunts and scathes. Behold my shield, my King, and my God. Is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God, Lord of all. I would forsake 1,000 other days anywhere, if I can spend one day in your courts, belong to you alone. My strength are you alone, my glory, my King, and my God. Is your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God, Lord of all. How lovely your dwelling place, O Lord, mighty God, Lord of all.
Again, good morning to all our dear teachers who are participating in this 3-day activity, and welcome to our opening and orientation program. As I said, we have 2 tasks for this morning. First, of course, is to introduce to you i.LEAD as your learning service provider, and of course, to give you a brief orientation of how our next 3 days will proceed. So this morning's program is short lang po so that we can go on with our tasks for this morning. And our session 1 will, of course, start at 1:30 in the afternoon. Okay. Let me begin with our introduction to i.LEAD as your learning service provider. i.LEAD is a non-stock, non-government organization whose founding members share the advocacy of spearheading reform in and through education. Coming from the various sectors of the academe themselves, founding members are well aware of the needs of teachers in the Philippines, especially in this crucial period where many of our teachers in the elementary and secondary levels need a reorientation and retooling to continue to become effective agents in the transformation of the Philippine educational system. As stakeholders in our nation's future through continuing education, i.LEAD recognizes the need to provide relevant and quality trainings and workshops for educators by tapping experts in the academe who share the same advocacy and vision of educational transformation. Founded in 2015, i.LEAD has conceptualized its lineup of activities by carefully studying the needs of educators vis-a-vis the new curricula in the elementary, secondary, and tertiary levels. Though many organizations have the same objectives and share the same vision, i.LEAD has its own pool of experts from various disciplines and its offerings of seminars, webinars, workshops, and in the future conferences are products of careful and critical needs and systems analysis to ensure only the highest quality of service for its clientele. After all, we are all stakeholders in education as teachers, parents, and students, and we all stand to gain in its transformation toward global competitiveness. Let me present to you our organization's mission, vision, and core values. i.LEAD envisions itself as a catalyst for change by making accessible the best training and continuing professional development to teachers all over the Philippines. We are committed to designing the best programs, tapping the best resource persons to deliver quality programs for all our participants, and bringing high quality in-service training to teachers in all levels. Our mission is, therefore, to to uplift the quality of education by extending training and continuing professional development for all teachers, keeping in mind our core values of excellence, innovation, and commitment to the delivery of quality education. i.LEAD continues its service to the nation. True to our commitment to excellence, in 2017, i.LEAD was accredited as PRC CPD provider for programs for professional teachers. Since our accreditation, all program offerings have been accredited. In 2020, i.LEAD has been recognized and authorized as a DepEd NAEP learning service provider. And since 2021, all our programs have been recognized by DepEd NAEP. Pursuing our advocacy and as a way of giving back to the community, i.LEAD has successfully sponsored youth development projects in Ilocos Sur, where our head office is located. This has been a model initiative picked up and sustained by the LGU of Galimayod. Let me present to you our officers, led by, of course, our president, Dr. Jonathan Florendo, who has been an educator for more than 20 years. Living his philosophy of lifelong learning, Professor Florendo earned his PhD in philosophy from the De La Salle University in 2020. Our vice president, Professor Ronald Tagawa, is the most experienced member of i.LEAD with more than 20 years of teaching experience in the prestigious HEIs north of Manila. He holds a doctorate in philosophy from the De La Salle University to cap his degrees earned. Professor Tagawa is known for his proactive stance in social and political issues, especially those involving education and labor. Our secretary, Ms. Maria Ila Yumul, is a passionate teacher, tutor, and mentor for young minds, having been in the teaching profession for more than 15 years. She has taught in high school in the IB program at Xavier School in Green Hills, San Juan, at Xiamen International School, and the Taichung International School in Taiwan. She's currently pursuing her master's in education major in biology at the University of the Philippines, Diliman, and earned her Bachelor of Science major in biology from the Ateneo de Manila University. I will be your facilitator for the next 3 days, and I am also the treasurer of i.LEAD. I'm an accomplished educator, researcher, and faculty administrator at the University of the Philippines, Baguio. I'm currently pursuing my PhD in applied linguistics at Lancaster University in the UK. As i.LEAD's treasurer, I'm still actively engaged in research, conference presentation, and publication. And I've headed the curricular review and revision of the graduate program of the College of Arts and Communication at UP Baguio, and spearheaded extension programs for teachers north of Manila. Finally, our auditor, Professor Ana Maria Socorro Coloma, is a prolific researcher and conference presenter in national and international fora. With more than 15 years of teaching experience in the tertiary level, Professor Coloma has put her education to good use by serving the Filipino people as an educator in Tarlac State University. Presently, she's pursuing her doctorate in communication at the UP Open University. Let me present to you our organization's thrust. From 2015 to 2020, i.LEAD has held 25 face-to-face programs in Baguio City, Davao City, and Legazpi City. In 2021, we've held 15 online programs, mostly catering to partner SDOs, which include Malolos, Zambales, Parañaque, Ifugao, Digos, Mati, Mekawayan, and San Juan, to name a few. Our topics range from languages, which include the mother tongue, Filipino and English, humanities, social sciences, mathematics, science, educational management and leadership, and research. For our future directions, we aim to improve and diversify our program offerings, responding to and aligning with the thrusts of DepEd NAEP. This include managing schools under DRRM and learning continuity plans, teaching and undertaking research, which include educational action and applied research, teaching the humanities in the 21st century, language teaching and research, and ICT for education, among others. Let me present to you now our 7 DepEd NAIAP recognized programs, beginning, of course, with our program for this weekend, Educational Management and Leadership, the role of teachers and school heads in developing educational learning. This program is designed to train teacher participants as proactive, engaged, and empowered teacher administrators in the 21st century educational context. And this will run, of course, this weekend with 7 PRC CPD units. We also have a research program focusing on qualitative, quantitative, and mixed methods. This is designed to provide teacher participants with relevant, innovative, and much needed training in online research data gathering using qualitative, quantitative, and mixed methods. And this will run next weekend from 25th to the 27th of November. We also have a language teaching program which was offered last week. This focuses on the teaching of English, Filipino, and the mother tongue. It's designed to address the need for a more aggressive retooling and training in the teaching of languages, especially the teaching of English, Filipino, and the mother tongue to multilingual Filipino learners. We have a mathematics teaching program as well. This is designed to reskill and upskill teachers in the basic education with the know-how and technology capability to deliver effective mathematics education using the online platform, and to be complemented by the possibility of adapting similar strategies for modular and face-to-face learning as well. We have a science teaching program. This is designed to enhance science teaching using available virtual tools and application and software in combination with time-tested classroom teaching methods. We have a SPED program, also an inclusive education program, educating diverse learners and learners with special needs. This is designed to address problems of learners who appear to be in the margins of class performance and learners with special needs. Finally, we have the professional development program, which focuses on using virtual scenarios to create effective learning. This program is designed to equip and empower teacher participants to be technology and internet savvy educators who are able to create, adapt, and innovate virtual classrooms for different courses or subject areas. And this will run from the 2nd to the 4th of December with 6 PRC CPD units. We also have programs in the works. We have gender and development research, teaching the humanities and the social sciences, DRRM and planning for school settings, including learning continuity plans, and also developing programs for our non-teaching personnel. We now move on to our orientation proper, dear teachers. Hold on lang po while we set up our presentation for the orientation. Of course, first and foremost, allow me to welcome our participants from our partner SDOs, SDO of Mati City, SDO of Santa Rosa City, and of course, SDO of Manila. And of course, welcome also to our individually registered participants to this 3-day program. Let me begin with some reminders. i.LEAD webinar workshops are DepEd NAIAP recognized and PRC CPD accredited. Therefore, participating in our program have requirements. First, of course, is attendance in all of our synchronous sessions. Attendance, of course, is checked through an attendance link that we put up every beginning of the session. For this morning po, your participation will be recorded as we take screenshots of the gallery later, no, after the orientation program. But beginning with session 1, we'll be putting up attendance links in the FB group page, and that's where you will be directed to log in your attendance. A second requirement, of course, is the accomplishment of asynchronous activities and workshop outputs. This will come in the form of an assessment tool, which we'll also be posting later in the form of a Word file. on our FB group page. These are requirements. These are required documentations, both by PRC and DepEd NIAP. Our synchronous sessions are held via Zoom. So this will be our main platform. Although we understand that there are some teachers who are participating who have limited access to the internet, no, nasa areas po sila na medyo mahina yung signal. So we are streaming all of our sessions via YouTube. And the streamed sessions are posted on our FB group page. So para po dun sa mga nahihirapan na makalog in sa Zoom, that is an alternative way to participate in our activities. So since you're here in the Zoom platform, I assume that you've sent us your email correctly. And that's where we send, of course, our Zoom details. You're asked to join the Zoom platform at least 30 minutes before the program begins. So to make sure po that you're not encountering any technical difficulties. Get in touch with us in case you have problems logging in, but it helps to have someone with you who can help you with technical issues, especially when the sessions are ongoing. These synchronous sessions allow real-time interaction between the resource speaker and the participants. So you can ask questions using the chat box. So yung chat box po natin para yan sa ating mga questions sa ating resource speaker or sharing to our other participants. Or you can also join or interact with our participants and our resource speaker during the open forum session. So in case you missed this, a recording of this video can be accessed on the FB group page via YouTube. We ask our dear teachers to log in using only one device and kindly not share the Zoom links or details to non-registered participants to ensure that we have a smooth flow of our proceedings and that all of our participants in the Zoom are duly registered participants. Another important reminder, in case of power interruption or loss of internet access on your end po as participants to our program, huwag po kayo mag-aalala because synchronous sessions may be accessed anytime via the YouTube posted on the FB group page. So there's nothing to worry about po. Some of us are experiencing power outages or connectivity problems. So wag po kayo mag-alala, you're not going to miss anything because you can go back to the videos of all of the sessions on our FB group page. So yun po yung purpose na meron tayong FB group page for every program. However, in case of internet, of power interruption or loss of internet access on the end of the speaker, hindi po natin inaasahan to pero pinaghahandaan po natin. Wag po tayo mag-aalala because a recorded video will be uploaded as soon as possible in YouTube and made available to all participants to complete the session. A few reminders lang po for our Zoom. First request is to use your registered name as your Zoom profile and also use the backdrop that has been posted on our FB group page para po maging uniform po tayo. Yung paggamit po ng ating registered name, you can change your profile by tapping on participants and tapping your profile and then tapping rename. So yung iba po sa atin, hindi pa nakapagpalit ng Zoom profile nila. Numbers and letters po yung lumalabas as default. So pwede nyo pong palitan yan so that you can be properly addressed by our resource speakers during the open forum. Second request po is to make sure that your mic is on mute, especially during the synchronous sessions. So nakaka-disrupt po kasi ito sa ating speakers and also, of course, to our other teachers who are participating in the program. So manually po, yung pong mga accidental na na-unmute yung kanilang mic, manually we mute them. So iwasan po natin tong mangyari. So yung iba po gumagamit ng cellphone, natatamaan or nakabulsa po, nakikinig po sila, natatamaan po yung unmute ng kanilang mic. So minumute po natin manually. So please make sure that your mic is on mute. Turning the video on is optional. So we understand that this eats up a lot of your bandwidth. So naglalag po sometimes when your video is on. So optional po ito. The chat box is for comments and questions regarding the lecture, which will be read by the facilitator during the open forum. So dear teachers, kung meron po kayong concern, individual concern, you can message us directly, the i.LEAD tech team or me as your facilitator po. And then we can address your concerns. So yung chat box po na addressed to everyone, this should be used only for interaction with the speaker or interaction with the other participants regarding the sessions. Okay. The asynchronous sessions. This refers to our offline workshop activities that may be accomplished by pair, by group, or individually. These sessions are part of the activity. Asynchronous sessions are also approved hours, both by DepEd NAEAP and by PRC. So kasama po ito sa ating programa. Yung offline workshops po natin, these are the assessments in your assessment tool. Each webinar session has an accompanying task or workshop output to demonstrate the learning outcomes. These activities and workshop tasks will be posted on the page, FB group page, in one Word file. Ideally, each task should be accomplished before the beginning of the next session. Pero ang submission po nito ay after we finish all of our 4 sessions. So, i-accomplish po natin siya from one session to the next session, pero isasubmit lamang po pag tapos na po tayo sa lahat ng 4 na sessions. Let me give you an overview of our program. Day 1, this is day 1. Of course, this morning we're having the opening and orientation session. Pero mamayang hapon po at 1:30, we will have our session 1. So magsisimula po ito 1:30 to around 3:30, also to be held via Zoom. The activities for session 1 will be immediately disseminated after the synchronous session. Our second day, tomorrow po, Sabado, whole day po tayo. Our Zoom platform will open at 8 with a few reminders and to entertain some questions about the lecture and activities from session 1. Yung atin pong session 2, synchronous session, will begin at 8:30 also via Zoom. Afternoon session naman po, yung ating session 3 will be at 1:30 in the afternoon. Day 2 is a whole day event with both synchronous and asynchronous activity. So make sure po to join the Zoom lectures or watch them via YouTube. You can post comments or questions, of course, to join our open forum. And make sure to accomplish all required workshop outputs for these sessions. On day 3, Sunday po ito, our last day. So half day lang po tayo sa Sunday. Again, the Zoom platform will open at 8 with some reminders. And then po, our session 4, synchronous session, will begin at 8:30 in the morning. So sa Sunday po, ang ating pong session ay isang workshop session. So we enjoin everyone, of course, to maximize their participation by joining the Zoom lectures or watching it via FB live on YouTube. And so you can post comments or questions to join the open forum. Of course, accomplish all workshop outputs. On the last day po, so wag po tayo mag-alala tungkol dun sa ating assessment tool because I will remind you every session. On the last day, you will be asked to collate all your activities and workshop tasks from sessions 1 to 4. You will be asked to create one PDF file with all your workshop outputs from the sessions, using your name as your file name, and to submit this through a submission bin to be posted on the FB group page on day 3. So again po, yung ating pong assessment for our sessions, isasubmit lamang po natin yon sa Sunday when we are done with all of our sessions. So even as we accomplish it from one session to the next, ang submission po nito ay sa Linggo. On the last day, you will also be asked to answer an evaluation tool for the webinar workshop. So yung atin pong evaluation tool will be an evaluation of the program run. So Google link po yun, ipopost po namin yun sa Sunday. Requirement din po ito para sa ating program. Accomplishment of this form is also required before we can send you your certificates for this webinar. So talking about certificates, For our individually registered participants who opted for the NAYAP and CPD certificates, you will receive 3. Para naman po dun sa mga individually registered participants natin na ang registration lang po nila is only for the CPD, you will receive 2 certificates. For our participants who have been registered by their respective division offices, you will receive all 3 certificates as well. Yung pong mga individually registered participants, your certificates will be shipped directly to you, while the participants who have been registered by their SDOs, their certificates will be shipped to their respective division offices, and they will be in charge of distributing your certificates. So you will receive these certificates. First is, of course, our certificate of completion with the DepEd NAYAP recognition, program recognition number. Then a certificate of attendance with the PRC CPD accreditation number and credit units. So ito pong certificate of attendance, yan po yung gagamitin natin for license renewal purposes sa PRC. So meron din po yung watermark na PRC CPD. So hindi po kayo malilito. So yun lang po gagamitin natin para sa ating renewal ng PRC license. Then of course, you will receive a certificate of recognition for your outstanding workshop outputs. So, provided that you have satisfactorily accomplished all the activities. So, yung mga activities po na tinutukoy natin, ito po yung mga nasa ating assessment tool. So, we check po the submission and compliance with this before we send, of course, the certificate of recognition as well. And finally, we enjoin all of our participants to become members of i.LEAD. Optional po ito sa ating mga participants. We're open to membership to all interested teacher participants. There is an annual membership fee of 300 and a lifetime membership fee of 1,000. Mag-cut off po tayo dito hanggang bukas po ng 5 p.m. so that you can receive your ID and certificate of membership with your certificates for this webinar workshop. Post po namin yung link to the membership on our FB group page for everyone po. So, pwede nyo pong basahin yung, i-click nyo po yung link so you can see the requirements for membership and also accomplish this link should you be interested to become member. So, again, optional po ito para sa ating teachers, dear teachers who are participating in this 3-day activity. Okay, that ends our orientation and opening for this morning. Sabi ko po sa inyo, maikli lang. Kasi alam ko meron pa po tayong classes for this morning. Our first synchronous session will begin at 1:30 in the afternoon. So briefly lang po, may I request our dear teachers to turn on their cameras so that we can document your participation for this morning's program. No? Since wala po tayong attendance for this morning, so request ko lang po is to kindly turn on your videos. Konti lang po so that we can take screenshots of the galleries. A little patience lang po as we go from one gallery to the next. Okay, ready na po ba tayo? Okay, first gallery po. Okay, next gallery. Okay, susunod po. Okay, next gallery po tayo. Yan, susunod po na gallery. Medyo marami po tayo kaya a little patience lang po. Next po. Ayan, next gallery na po tayo. Ayan, susunod po. Next po na gallery. Ayan, next. Okay. Next po. And next. Next po. Next gallery. Next po. Ayan, dulo na po yata yung nakuhanan ko. Okay. Again, thank you very much, dear teachers, for your participation in this morning's orientation and opening program. We will see you back po at 1:30 in the afternoon for our first session. Again, thank you very much and good morning to everyone.